Teacher Jessica here, and today we are going to study adverbs. Now, adverbs are used quite frequently when speaking English. I just used it. I said frequently. So there's an example. Using adverbs helps make your speech sound more natural, and it conveys the meaning of what sometimes you want to communicate. And let's get started. Okay, I'm going to make my face a little smaller. All right, so the first question is, what is happening in these pictures? Well, an old man is walking. A man is running. And this man is driving in a dangerous way. Now, what is happening in these pictures using an adverb? It says, the old woman is walking slowly. The man runs quickly. He is driving dangerously. Okay, so all of these words end with ly. And that is how we use the adverb. Let's learn more. Match the pictures to the sentences. Okay, it says, George does his homework carefully. A, B, or C? Well, this boy looks like he's doing homework. So this is that one. Number 2. Tina is waiting patiently for the bus. I know bus. Looks like this is it. A. Number 3. You must talk quietly in a hospital. So I know talk, and I know quiet, so this is correct. So, what are adverbs? An adverb modifies a verb. So this is a word, the word modifies. I never quite understood it. So modifies means it helps. So when we say modify, it means it helps or it adds. Okay, it sometimes changes, but we'll just say it helps or it adds to a verb. So here's an example. In the orange, we have a verb, and in the blue, we have adverb. The children were speaking loudly in the classroom. So we know that the adverb helps or adds to the verb. Okay, so in this case, the children were speaking how? Loudly. Okay, let's try this one. The teacher spoke. Spoke is the verb. The teacher spoke seriously to his students. Oh, he looks very serious, and so does she. Okay, so the teacher spoke seriously to his students. During the storm, the wind was blowing are the verbs, and then wildly. It tells us about the wind. How was the wind blowing? Wildly. Adverbs are not adjectives. So they begin with the same AD, but they are not the same. An adverb modifies a verb. Okay, so the verb here is spoke. The boy spoke. How? Rudely. This is how he spoke. So we're adding to the verb. We're saying how it was done. to his parents. And over here, an adjective modifies or adds or changes a noun. The rude boy spoke to his parents. So now the noun is boy and the adjective is rude because it's describing the boy. So that is how adverbs and adjectives are different. An adverb tells us the answer to how. Okay, so here are some examples. The baby cried. Wah, wah. How did the baby cry? Well, softly. The baby cried. How? Softly. The baby cried softly. The man walked across the street. How did the man walk? Well, the man walked, you can say slowly, across the street. I can't tell, but there's a lot of different adverbs here you can use. So again, adverbs tell us the answer to how a verb or action is done. Let's practice with fill in the blank. Oscar, please, you must listen blank or you won't understand. You must listen slowly. You must listen carefully. You must listen badly. You must listen quickly or you won't understand. Well, this is the result if he doesn't listen carefully. Carefully. Number 2, I learned Italian in high school, but I speak it slowly, badly, or quickly. It could be slowly, but I think it wants badly. So badly is the correct answer. Okay. I don't understand English well, so can you speak? So here we want to say, can you speak slow or slowly? I don't understand English well, so can you speak slowly? So this is the adverb that goes here. Number 4, we must walk quickly or we will arrive late. So how will we walk? Quickly is the adverb, quickly. Number 5, do you know that Christopher speaks Japanese? Heavily, safely, quietly, or perfectly? Oh, well, here's a clue. So it's perfectly, right? Did you know that Christopher speaks Japanese perfect? Or did you know that Christopher speaks Japanese perfectly? The adverb perfectly works well here. Number 6, it is raining blank today, so you cannot go inside. It is raining heavily. It is raining heavily today, so you cannot go inside. Oh, you cannot go outside. All right, number 7. It was a long drive home, but we arrived. It was a long drive home, but we arrived safely. We arrived safely. Number 8, in a library, you must talk quietly. You must talk quietly. So how must you talk? Quietly. Okay, here are some notes for understanding adverbs, how to make adverbs. Many adverbs are formed like this, by simply taking an adjective and adding ly. Okay, So for example, bad, you add badly, quick, quickly, serious, seriously, sudden, suddenly. Okay. Now, if the adjective has 2 syllables and ends in Y, okay, such as heavy, heavy, 2 syllables, 1, 2, heavy, and then it ends in Y, you will add ILY. So you will take out the Y, so you will take off the Y and add ILY. So heavy, heavily. Sleepy, sleepily, sleepily. Angry, angrily. Happy, happily. Okay. So next is if the adjective ends in a consonant E. Okay, so the examples here are LE, but if it ends with a consonant and then E, right, like terrible, you can take off the E, right, take off minus the E plus the Y. Now we have terrible, terribly, incredible, incredibly, comfortable, comfortably. See, that's a hard one. Comfortably. Okay? All right. So now let's take a look. Based on the rules and the notes we've just learned, what would you do with the word healthy? Healthy. Ah, yes. You take off the Y and add ILY. Healthily. I like to eat healthily when I am trying to lose weight. Healthily. Okay, certain. This is a regular one, so you just add LY. Certainly. Hungry. Again, just like healthy. Hungrily. I hungrily ate my burger, which is why never mind. Next one, lucky. So here it ends in Y, and it will be this one. Luckily, I had $2. Miserable. Here, this one ends with E, so it's this one here. So take off the E and add Y. Miserably. Horrible. Oops. Horribly. Gentle. Ends in E. Take off the E. Gently. Correct. Did you say that correctly? Correctly. LY. All the way over here. Easy. Ends in Y. So we'll add ILY. Easily. Easily. I easily finished my pancakes because I was hungry. And the last one, responsible. Responsibly. Just take off the E and add Y. Okay? So remember, adjectives tell us about nouns, about a noun. That is a beautiful painting. Okay, this is the noun, the painting, which is this. A beautiful describes the painting. That's an adjective. Adverbs tell us about a verb. Okay, so he paints. How does he paint? Beautifully. Now it's an adverb because it's describing how he paints. And then again, the LY rule. Look carefully. He speaks English and Spanish perfectly. So on this one, the adverb comes later, after the noun. So here we have the verb, the nouns, and then the adverb. So there are many ways you can use adverbs in a sentence. Okay, so let's think. Let's figure this out. What is an adjective and which is adverb? So they're in orange. The angry woman shouted loudly at the young girl. The angry woman. Okay, well, I know this is a noun, and angry describes the woman. So then this is adjective. Now, the angry woman shouted loudly at the young girl. So ly is probably the adverb. Does it describe a verb? Yes. It describes how she shouted. How did she shout? Loudly. Okay, let's just do one more. Number 10. It is cold today and it is snowing heavily. Okay, so today is a noun, right? And today is cold. So this is the adjective. And heavily is describing how it is snowing. See, these are verbs. It is snowing heavily. So this is the adverb. All right, let's continue. We won't do this one. And now let's practice looking at a sentence, and we either put in the verb and we put in the adverb. Number 13. So we have 4 and 4. Did you see Henry's pictures? He really can blank blank. Wow. He really, if it's something to do with pictures, it's either photography, painting, or drawing. Can I see draw? He really can draw is the verb. He really can draw simply, beautifully, responsibly, or quietly. He really can draw beautifully. Okay. Number 14 here. I will type these in. Number 14. You cannot be tired and drive a car. See the exclamation? That means you say it with a strong emotion. You must blank blank. Okay. You must, let's see. Yeah, you cannot be tired and drive a car. You must blank. Oh, drive. You must drive simply, responsibly, or quietly. Well, responsibly, because you have to be responsible. And so he will drive, or you must drive responsibly. 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 Okay. Number 15. I didn't understand you. Can you please blank it blank? Okay. I didn't understand you. Can you please explain it? Explain it in a simple way. So we'll say simply, because that was the noun, the adjective, simply, simply. Like simple. Can you explain it simple? Or can you explain it simply, like in a simple way? That's how you want her to explain it. 16. Please stop talking. You need to blank your book blank. You need to finish is the verb. You need to finish your book. Finish. Finish how? Quietly. Quietly. So here, there is some space. Oops, I misspelled that. Quietly. So here, there's there's a noun in between the verb and the adverb that describes the verb. So, number 17. All right, which is correct? I think Tobin is a blank guy. I think Tobin is a bad guy. Is a bad guy. Right, because it's in front of a noun. So this is an adjective. He always speaks blank about other people. So it's talking about how he speaks, which is a verb. So if it's describing how he speaks, then it will be an adverb, which is badly about other people. I would say he always speaks negatively about other people. I like the word negatively better than badly, but that's okay. The meaning is still the same. 18, Rebecca likes to wear colorful or colorfully clothes to work. Okay, so Rebecca likes to wear, and so here's what we're looking at. It's talking about the noun clothes. So how are the clothes? It's colorful, right? Okay, that's the adjective. It's describing the noun, so it is an adjective, not an adverb. All right, which is correct? That is a blank suit. Well, this is a noun, so then we will pick the adjective. Which one's the adjective? That is a beautiful suit. Beautifully is describing how something is done. It's describing a verb. 20, well done. You answered all the questions correct or correctly. Well, it's talking about how you answered, right? The verb. So how did you answer? Correctly. You answered correctly. It just added this, which is the noun. You answered all the questions correctly. All right, so the adverb. 21, please walk blank because the pavement is icy. So please walk careful or carefully. Well, it's describing how to walk, right? How to walk. So walk carefully, carefully. Okay. What about these sentences? Oh my. All right. 22. The rain started to fall sudden or suddenly. Now we're looking at how the rain started to fall. So the verb, the rain started, how? Suddenly. It just started to fall. Suddenly. You've heard that before, where suddenly you hear, oh my gosh, it's raining outside. You hear the noise of the rain. 23, Natalie opened the door slow or slowly. Well, how did she open it? Here's the verb. She opened the door slowly. Yes, this is the adverb. Adverb. 24, you don't need to shout. I understand you perfect or perfectly. Well, how do you understand him? I understand perfectly. So you take an adjective and you put an ly to describe a verb, and then it becomes an adverb. And then you communicate exactly what you want to say and how English is, people who speak English hear adverbs all the time. 25, he worked so hard that he slept heavy or heavily. for 10 hours? Well, here's the verb. He slept, which is past tense of sleep. So how did he sleep? Oh, that's snoring, but heavily. He slept heavily for 10 hours. Because when he sleeps, it's very heavy. So we say he slept heavily. Could not wake up. Okay, a little bit more. We've only got like 5 more to go. If you can stick with me, I think you'll get value out of this last part. So now we have a verb plus an adverb, like what we've been saying. In many sentences, adverbs come after verbs. The children were speaking loudly in the classroom. See, verb, adverb. Usually adjectives come before nouns. Usually. I bought a new white shirt. Okay, but remember, remember, adjectives can also come after some verbs. For example, the children were quiet. This is an adjective. He looks tired and unhappy. So all of these come after verbs. So many sentences can be constructed like that, where you have the subject, the verb, and then an adjective. And that's a sentence. So be mindful that the rules are flexible, and however, usually the adjective can and will come before the noun. And sometimes in sentences, it will look like this. All right, 26. Do you need an adverb or an adjective? That chocolate cake smells delicious or deliciously? Well, that chocolate cake smells delicious. I think this is an adjective. It is describing the cake. Children should cross the street careful or carefully. Okay, so children should cross are the verbs. How? Carefully. Okay, and so this is going to be all of our lesson for today. I think you get the idea. I hope that you got value and you learned from today's lesson. Thank you very much. I appreciate you sticking all the way to the end. Today's lesson was a little longer than normal, and that's okay. If you like today's video, please subscribe to my ESL Online Learning Facebook page. And if you would like to meet me in the classroom, please go to my website, eslonlinelearning.com, and there you'll find a calendar if you go to bookings. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful day. See you next time. Bye-bye.